So we're here on another episode of BUBBLIN where we know what's about to pop. And we have a special guest with us. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. My name is TFE STELI. That's TFESTELI on all platforms. Go ahead and tune in if you want.
All right. So I'm guessing your name is Ellie.
STELI.
STELI.
TFE is abbreviation for They Forever Envy.
They Forever Envy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How long, I guess I'll start from the top. How long have you been doing the music thing?
Well, music basically just runs in my family.
Okay.
My uncle is a producer and so is my dad. So I recorded my first song when I was 11 years old.
Okay.
My uncle recorded me. And ever since then, I just took it from there and just continued growing as an artist and stuff.
All right, cool. Where are you coming from?
New York. Haverstraw, New York.
All right, copy. And so you said that your uncle's been doing it and your dad's been doing it.
Yep.
Did that kind of like did you used to see him, I guess, as a kid, just around the crib, just see him doing the stuff and going to the events and things like that?
All the time, yeah. My dad, he's very heavy on the piano and stuff, so literally growing up, all I see was my dad playing the piano, so just a thing that I just grew attraction towards getting older and stuff, so.
Gotcha. And your music is kind of based on what do you think? Like, do you kind of base it on like sadness? Do you base it on like what you're going through? Like,
Yes, for sure. I try to base it on like actual emotions that I feel at the time. Music is more like a therapy for me more than anything. So if I'm feeling some type of way, just hop on, the mic and just, start spitting my emotions.
Word, okay. Tell me about like have you been performing? Like, do you perform?
I performed like one time. It was like a party.
All right.
But I wish I could perform more. I really do enjoy performing for sure.
Well, why haven't you kind of?
Well, right now, I don't live in New York. I moved to Florida and I'm trying to like branch out, meet more people and stuff like that. I really haven't met the right people for that. Gotcha. So I feel like everything's all about connections and stuff.
Oh, so you out here from Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to you.
I'm from here, but I just moved to Florida recently.
Ah, okay. What part?
It's in St. Cloud. It's right in Kissimmee, like Central Florida.
Oh, so you probably Boricua. That's why.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All the Boricuas are in Kissimmee.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the Boricuas. Man, so I guess like, do you see yourself having a better outlet out in Florida than New York? In terms of your performance? Yeah,
for sure. It's more of like taking a risk. You never really know, but you just got to take the risk and, find out for yourself. That's kind of what I went for when I moved to Florida. I'm trying to just, meet more people and stuff like that. And that's the best option I had at the time. So.
Gotcha. Well, changing gears, I mean, like, if you could have a collab with any mainstream artist that's going on right now, anybody that's really popping, who would you pick and why?
Definitely Pierre Born.
Okay.
Pierre Born mainly because, he does everything himself. He produces his beats himself. He engineers all his music himself. I went to a Pierre Born concert. He even DJ'd the concert himself. So, as an artist, you got to respect that. And not only that, his music is fire. So, and I feel like I take a lot of, I idolize to, Pierre Born, and like even in my own music, you can hear some like references of Pierre Born and stuff like that. Some people tell me like, oh, this sounds like a Pierre Born song. So.
Do you think that that's the direction that your music is going? Like I heard, we were just talking before the cameras came on, and I was telling you about the Backseat and Pause and that other song you told me.
Proud of Me. Yeah, and like it was very, I want to say very like you hop in the car late night, you're driving, and that's what you throw on. It's kind of like a Drake-ish, not really vibe. Like is that with the direction? Because you were saying you have something drill. Yeah. I only hopped on the drill, just to like experiment. I'm not really a big fan of drill. I like to stay like in my own lane and do different things. I'm from New York, so everybody's doing drill out here. But it's crazy that you say like that's a hop in the car type of song, because that's literally what I aim for. I aim for that like late night drive type of music. You could throw on when you driving home from somewhere. It's late night, you just vibing. That's literally what I aim for.
Gotcha. Literally like that's a lot of. I feel like that music is definitely a big market in terms of just like, yeah, the club is popping. Yeah, you need that stuff for the radio. But
at the same time, you need the stuff for when somebody is kind of maybe going through it, when somebody is, just kind of hopping in the car, like we said, and just driving to the destination. It's nighttime, or going home from, where they were previously. They were at their girl's house. They're at the club. They were, so I think that's a pretty cool that you kind of go there. But what else do you kind of see yourself in terms of genre really striking into?
Well, I try to stay like in my own lane. I feel like where I'm from, nobody really kind of makes the music that I make, and that's why I make the music I make. I wouldn't really categorize my music other than like, I would say kind of emotional. Like lately I've been trying to hop into like the emotional kind of music, talking about like, relationship problems with females and stuff like that. Cause I feel like that's what a lot of like men could relate to and stuff. So that's what I aim for. I aim for music so that people could relate to, throw on when they feeling some type of way and be like, damn, those lyrics is really hitting. So yeah.
That's the type of music that you feel like your generation would really relate to.
Yeah.
But what would you relate to if you had to make music, or if you, if your choice wasn't really for the people rather than just for yourself?
Well, like I said, in general, I don't really make music for other people. And that's kind of why, like, I even make music. Cause, when I first started out, a lot of people never really tuned into my music and stuff like that. And a lot of people, used to like talk down on my music, but it's more of a thing that I love to do for real. Like I said, it's like a therapy for me. So I don't really make music for other people. I really make it for myself. So if people, want to go ahead and tune in, they could do that. And if they do tune in, I really hope they're listening to what I'm saying. And I really hope they can appreciate like what I'm saying as well. And just, appreciate the music for what it is.
Gotcha. So like you feel like, I guess the stuff that people like is what you like to make too. So there's really no discrepancy there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So I want to think like, where do you see your music going in the next, or this career going in the next, probably like say 5 years? Like, do you see yourself staying in music, or do you see yourself kind of branching out to different things and seeing what kind of might work?
Yeah. Whatever I'm gonna do in life is gonna be music. Whether it's being a music engineer, producer, artist, or anything along those lines. I did just start making beats and stuff like that, so I'm trying to master that craft. Even videography, like I want to start doing that as well. Making my own videos and stuff like that. I'm just trying to get more into like the creative realm, because that's kind of what a lot of people lack, and that's also the key is just being creative. I want to start vlogging all my studio sessions, showing people behind the scenes of what I'm doing, just so that way people could be more invested into like me as an artist. They want to see like, oh, I want to see how he made this song. I want to see what he was like the process. I feel like people will be very interested in the process.
You should have stayed in New York then, because I feel like New York is really the creative capital of the world in a sense, like Soho and what they're doing in Brooklyn right now. And, that would really get your foot in the door.
I was thinking that for sure. When I went to Florida, I never really been out there. It was just more of a risk that I took. I just wanted to, see. But that's also one thing that I noticed is that there is a lot of opportunity in New York as well. And I think moving to Florida really made me realize that.
Well, Florida, I feel like I like it. I just feel like it's more on like you kind of go chill unless you're like in Miami. But Florida, it's a little slower, but I don't know. It still has that big Spanish kind of Latino influence. And you as a Latino artist, I feel like you could really tap into that. Like, do you speak Spanish?
Nah, I do not. But I have tried to make a Spanish song, and I really feel like if I knew Spanish, I could really take that to a different level. For sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's not even like, I guess, speaking it in the sense as it's more on the just like, it's like making a song, right? It's like getting the rhythm, then getting the words, then then everything kind of comes together. So I feel like you can still do it. And then us Puerto Ricans, we speak Spanglish in a lot of cases. So you could definitely do something like that,
For sure, yeah.
But let me see. I think I got some questions here I wanted to ask you.
Cool.
Let's see. So actually, this is a good one. What do you do after outside of music? Like, what do you do? Because I know you said you wanted to hit the creative route. Have you really ventured out that way?
Yeah. So outside of music, like I said, I was trying to like, hop in like the videography, start editing videos and stuff like that. So I'm really trying to master that craft as well. I feel like that's really it. I just really try to, do creative things in that aspect, whether it's even taking pictures, editing cover arts and stuff like that. I'm an independent artist, so I basically do everything myself. And that's really all I want is just, to be able to do everything myself and not really have to ask others for help. It's not bad to ask others for help, but I don't want to like have to depend on other people and stuff like that.
Like, so describe your like creative process. I guess like what drives you to become you?
What drives me is most definitely my family. They support me in every aspect and they believe in me, and I can't appreciate that more than I already do. Ever since I was a kid, they always told me like, "Oh, you're gonna be famous and stuff like that. You're gonna be famous." But it's not even about being famous. It's about changing their lives as well. That's really, really, really my drive is my family.
True.
And the fact that they support me, I appreciate that so much.
I always say like, you get to a point because how old are you? I don't even think we.
I'm 21 right now. I'm about to be 21 September.
Oh man, congratulations! Yeah, man, congratulations! Like 21 is a great age.
Yeah.
But like when we're young, that dream seems brighter and brighter, and we're like, okay, like famous and this and that, and then as we get older, we're like, I don't really mind being like a background guy that everybody kind of knows. I get paid well, but nobody. Like, I can still go to the Whole Foods and kind of get my kale milk without kind of having everybody trying to take pictures of me and stuff like that. So like, I feel like as you kind of progress in your artistic journey, you'll definitely, see that sometimes you got to pick a route and, you find your route that you want to pick, that type of thing,
Yeah, for sure.
But no, that's really interesting, man. I mean, like, well, actually, what was your creative process?
Creative process as in like making music and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, right now, I made like a in-home studio in my little closet. So I have like a little booth and stuff. I have a mic. So basically, I have a habit of getting writer's block and stuff like that. But as an artist, you really got to push through that. Writer's block is really a big obstacle. And if you're an artist, you would know that writer's block is the biggest obstacle you have to face as an artist. And, there's been a lot of times where I was like this music shit, bro, I don't know. But it's just really, it's really in me to make music. I just love the process. So I don't write anymore as I used to. I used to write and stuff like that. But now I just, find a beat, hop in my booth and, just start sliding, figure out my flows and stuff like that. Once I start figuring out the flows, then I start adding lines and, ad-libs. I record everything myself most of the time. So yeah, that's basically it. And then I just mix it down and then try to promote it and then put it out.
I definitely feel that on the writer's block aspect. I mean, like, I make music too. I'm an artist. I do like singing.
Yeah.
And I when I tell you I haven't really made a song in about a year and some change, and it's just like, I don't know. It's like that. You got to get yourself into a certain place. You got to kind of find your muse, find your inspiration, and sometimes it takes more than you have to really find that. So I definitely feel you on that aspect. But it is great that you have your own home studio that you can, you don't have to spend all that money in the studio and then, go back.
Exactly.
Because that's the same way we do it too. We kind of like go ahead, make the song, make my own studio is like my laptop in my car. I'll make a song. If I like it, I'll take it to the studio, push money behind it, and then see where that goes. But I feel like that's definitely like a good kind of direction to kind of run as far as an artistic vision goes. But I guess we can switch gears a little bit. What other genres do you mess with besides hip hop?
Besides hip hop, definitely R&B. R&B for sure. R&B for sure. That's really it, to be honest. Like I do like other genres, but like as far as like what I listen to and like what I like the most would be other than hip hop, R&B. Because again, that's emotional music. That's music you have feelings towards and like you can like relate to and stuff like that. So I do like R&B for sure.
What artists in particular?
The Weeknd. I'm talking about old Weeknd though. The new Weeknd is cool. You know, he's on his little pop stuff, but like old Weeknd, I really do like old Weeknd. Bryson Tiller is tough.
Yeah.
Party Next Door is tough. Yeah. You know, some Drake is tough. Drake is always tough, actually.
Drake is Drake.
Yeah, Drake is Drake. Drake is Drake.
Yeah, he's.
But when he's on his R&B, that's when I really like Drake on the R&B.
I feel like The Weeknd though, like his shit from like, you know, Echoes of Silence, House of Balloons, Thursday,
classic.
Like everything up to kind of after hours. I want to say like FM. Like then he started kind of losing me because like after hours was even still crazy. Yeah. Like that shit, my darkest hours. That shit was fire.
I ain't even listened to that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
After hours was crazy, bro. It was like because it was a mix of that shit. And then the cool thing too about The Weeknd is that like his persona changes with whatever piece of work that he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that I feel like a lot of artists can learn from.
Yeah, facts.
Because like, and Drake, I feel like it's kind of the same, and Kanye the same. It's like, you know, the Kanye that you'll get from My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is not the same Kanye that is in, you know, Late Registration. It's not the same Kanye as The Life of Pablo. And like a lot of things like, you know, like when you take on a whole, because music is life. So when you take on a whole kind of body of work like that, I feel like it kind of like, it encapsulates you in the sense of almost like, have you ever heard of method acting?
Nah.
So method acting is like when people take the character and make it their own persona. You know, an example of it would be the Joker, Heath Ledger. Like he literally became the Joker. He would be on set in full makeup all the time, making jokes, kind of like doing evil laughs and shit, taking pills, taking drugs, and it ended up taking his life because like he really went insane. But he came out with like one of the greatest performances ever because instead of when you're in front of the camera, instead of you thinking like, you know, what would this character say or think or do at this point? You know, they don't have really any lines, but they're in the scene. So what am I doing? You kind of just go ahead and it's like, what would I do? What would I think? And then now you're more fluid. Now you're not, you know, now you're not you're the character. You kind of mesh together all these different like, you know, lines with like your own stuff. But I feel like music in a sense is a lot like method acting, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I see what you mean. Yeah, for sure.
It'll take your life sometimes.
Yeah.
Like it'll take like your I want to say your sense of self and your sense of meaning. You're just like, you know, you gotta, I don't know, it's just really hard to believe. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think it's all about, you know, just staying true to yourself at the end of the day. You just gotta stay true to yourself. And when you're true to yourself, you're gonna stay true to your music as well. That's why, like, you know, a lot of people, like, they want to write drill stuff and stuff like that. But most of the drill stuff, they talk about negative shit.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't really go that route. I just like to, you know, relate my music to me. I like to make music so I can listen to it.
Have you ever like got really emotional making a song? Like has a song ever like got you over the edge?
Yeah, for sure. It's a song that I didn't even put out, but you know, I was going through a little, you know, situation with some female and stuff like that. So, and while I was going through that situation, I feel like I was making my best music. That's when I made Backseat.
Okay.
I made another song called I Won't. And these are songs that to this day people talk about. And me, I don't even like really like that song anymore or those songs anymore. Because when you're an artist, you know, you listen to your songs over and over and over again. You kind of just grow like,
I always say that like there's always like every song you make had a point that you played it over and over and over again.
Crazy, bro. Like too many times.
But like, so what happened with the music, if you don't mind like kind of talking about it, like, why did you feel so emotional and driven by it?
Well, I feel like it put me in like a very vulnerable state. And I was really, you know, speaking from the heart and stuff like that. So it really, you know, it really hit. And, you know, life isn't perfect, not for anybody. So when you're in that vulnerable state and you're doing something that's kind of like projecting what you're going through and stuff like that, you're bound to get emotional to it.
True.
Kind of like facing your demons. You know what I mean? Like you're facing it head on.
I had that kind of happen to me. I mean, when I went through this whole thing with my baby moms, and she wouldn't let me see my kid. And then, it was COVID, and I kind of locked myself in my car, a few nights, and I just made music. Like, and you just like, sometimes you're just there. Sometimes you're there from like 10 o'clock to like 2 o'clock in the morning, mixing, mastering, kind of, what I'm saying? The next day, you wake up in the morning, first thing you do is put the song on.
For real,
like,
facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, that music it could be therapeutic, man. It could definitely like cure some demons sometimes, I guess. Sure. That's definitely a good way to put it.
Sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, let's see if we can get on a lighter topic. I mean, what's your least favorite part about being an artist? What do you despise?
My least favorite part about being an artist, and I know all my artists feel this, is when I tell somebody I make music. Yeah. Because the first thing they're gonna think is that you're trash. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like, another one that makes music, but like they don't know my backstory, and they don't know I've been making music since I was 11 years old. So they just automatically assume the worst. That's what I hate about making music. And a lot of people shit on your dreams when you make music, bro. A lot of people don't believe in you.
Everybody becomes a quick critic. Like everybody's like a real like intense music critic. It's
exactly.
Like, you wouldn't even, if you saw Logic, you wouldn't even know what to do first. Like, and you're talking to me about this bullshit. I definitely get that, bro. Like a lot of people also, they'll just be like, it's not bad, but it's annoying sometimes. Sometimes to hear like, oh, I thought that you're actually really good,
bro. Yo, bro, you know how many times I heard that? Yo, and they always be like, oh, I'm not gonna lie, I thought you was gonna be trash. I'm like, yo, bro, like I don't even like to tell people I make music sometimes because of that. It's like, damn.
But nah, man. I mean, the real supporters are the people that just like, even if you're good or bad, like, to give you the obvious, like, honest.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't give a fuck if it's bad. If it's bad, tell me it's bad.
Let me know, bro.
Why is it bad? You felt like, okay, cool. Like, because sometimes an opinion, they might think that it's a bad opinion, but it's not. Maybe they'll be like, nah, it's bad because, like, I'm not saying it's bad. It just made me feel like this. If my song made you feel sad, yo, thank you. Because that's a great compliment.
Exactly.
Because, like, I exuded some type of emotion. I feel like the worst thing that somebody could give is indifference. They can just not care about it. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, if somebody likes something, okay, they like it, I did something right. If somebody hates something, they still felt some type of thing towards that. Yeah. But if somebody was just like, they just didn't care, I was like, okay, like, that's
the thing. Like, I'm a really big fan of constructive criticism. Like, bro, let me know. I appreciate the real, but I don't appreciate like the hating and stuff like that, and just the doubting. It's like a lot of people are like ego driven and stuff like that. I try not to be ego driven, and it's like when people just doubt you and they don't really have a valid reasoning as to why they don't like your music. It's just kind of like, okay, bro. And like I have a lot of people that I face that don't like my music or whatnot, but at the end of the day, like I said, I don't make music for people. I make it for myself.
Word.
So if you don't like it or not, that's cool. Word. That's completely fine. My music isn't for everybody.
Well, there's also a fine line between constructive criticism and hate.
Yeah.
And a lot of people kind of get that misconstrued on kind of like the, they'll say on both sides, maybe they'll say something that they'll feel like is going to really help you out. But in the end, but in reality, they looking like haters. They looking like some really like, if that was me, I would do this and that. Like, it's okay. But then some other people will kind of say like, oh, I didn't want to say this, but I feel like you could do this instead of that.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. And you put that to your music, you're like, okay, that works. Yeah. Like, that's way better than.
Yeah, exactly.
So you just gotta watch out for the haters. I feel like they're gonna be there either way.
Yeah, for sure. And that's something that comes with it, bro. Always. Yeah. And that's anything you do in life, whether it's music, even if you a construction worker, they gonna hate on you because construction workers be getting money. Oh, they gonna hate on you even if you do that. So it's like no matter what you're doing in life, you're gonna have hate. If you don't have hate in life, well, if people aren't hating on you in life, then you're not doing something right. That's the honest truth.
Yo, that's Dave Chappelle that said that shit. He said, yo, if you don't got, or not Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, he said, if you don't got no haters, like you better go outside and go do something and get some haters.
Yeah, for real.
Because hating in life, that's how you know that you're winning. Because somebody's mad that you're winning. That's how you know. So it's like on that, that's the point of view that you really got to see. But I don't know, bro. I feel like it's really just like you gotta just like, this is something that I've learned like early. I want to say I learned this a little late on, but early, that, everybody's opinion is just an opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, an opinion is just something that somebody thought up in their head about something about you. And like, if it's good or bad, it don't matter.
Exactly.
Because if it's good, they thought about you to say something good. If it's bad, then they had to think about you to formulate something bad to say to you.
Yeah.
And it's like an insult. That's why the insult's always the best thing, because if somebody insults you, it's like, yo, like, they had to literally like think about something. Actually, let's even take it back. Something you did by just being yourself. Say you just wore those pants and you were just like, yeah, I'm gonna wear these pants because I think they're fire, whatever. I'm fly. And you just walking through your day, and somebody stops and be like, yo, you're dirty your pants. You're just like, all right, yo, thank you, man. Like, you just kind of, if you hit him with the, all right, well, it's a good thing you're not wearing them. You keep walking, they'll just like, because they had all this hate, all this Kamehameha spirit bomb of hate they want to throw at you, but it only worked if you let it work.
Exactly.
What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's like, if you go ahead and you take that hate, they're like, okay, it worked. But if you go ahead and you just kind of just like, you deflect that shit, you know what I'm saying? Goku, and that shit just go right back. Then like, now they just feeling even twice as much. They're like, okay, like, so I hated this and he didn't care. And indifference right back at it is the worst thing you could do to somebody.
Exactly.
And, you know what I'm saying?
You
That's
don't
life,
care.
man.
And honestly, that's exactly the type of time I've been on, bro. Like, I don't care about other people's opinions, bro. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to keep doing me.
Word.
Whether you hate it or not, I'm sorry. I'm going to keep doing me. And whoever's hating on me, I hope you keep doing you.
Yo, what are words, bro? I mean, words are literally just, air blown out of our teeth and said in a way that it's some symbols that from a kid we've learned that these symbols and this air means a certain thing.
Yeah.
But that's formulated in somebody's mind. And what is somebody's mind when they're just like you? And they're not even just like you, because they don't even do that shit. That's why, like, the people that go ahead and the people that go ahead and they're just always on some bullshit of just like trying to hate on somebody. It's like, yo, you don't know what it is to step in the studio and do this one verse 20 times because I gotta get it right. You don't know what the fuck it is. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what it is to like sit there and try to find a hook that's gonna go with this one line.
Fact, bro.
So that's, you know what I'm saying? That it just is what it is.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, with the ego shit, it's like, I try not to be ego driven, because most people, their ego is gonna get hurt when somebody critiques their work.
Yeah.
And honestly, my ego doesn't get hurt no more, because I know my capability when it comes to music. So if people are gonna judge me for that, that's cool, bro. I'm gonna keep making music.
It's no need to be like no ego, bro. I mean, ego is just like ego and saying that you are the shit, saying that you are this, saying that you are that. Like, I always bring it back to like this. You're probably too young, but listen to me saying probably too young. But Trey Songz. Yeah. So he had like this song "Invented Sex" back in 2011, and this comedian I saw back then, he had this like skit where he's like, yeah, like Trey Songz be talking about how he be invented sex, and then every time he was with a girl, like she always expects the best and all this other shit. He's like, when I talk to a girl, I just tell her that I'm the worst. I just tell her that my shit's the worst, because at the end of the day, like that shit right there, like when they actually get to it, they're gonna be like, the worst, like this shit is bomb. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same with music, because like if you do it, I'm the best rapper, I'm the best this, I'm the best that. Now they're gonna start criticizing you at a higher level.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
You make music. Yeah, I'm alright, but it's all right. Like, you listen to for yourself.
Exactly.
You tell me.
Yeah, like listen on your own time, bro.
You tell me.
The fact, bro. Have you on that?
Because when they tell you that nowadays it's about them, and like, at the end of the day, we already know that it's fire, because if you let somebody listen to it if you get to let somebody get to that state of it, you already know it's a good. If it's good on your part,
Yeah,
you're ready to fuck with it on your part. But like whatever it is after that is whatever it is after that, man. And that's life too.
for a fact, bro.
But shoot, I guess we probably have time for one more question. Let's see. I mean, what do you see yourself kind of becoming as far as like, icon status in 20 years? Like, what do you really want your legacy to kind of leave?
Honestly, like I said before, my drive is my family, and that's really all that I care about, bro, is my family. I just want to have them in a great financial situation where, they don't ever have to, worry.
Yeah.
And that's really all that I want. But other than that, I would say as an artist, I just want to inspire other people and show them, like, you could really do it, bro. Like, people are going to tell you as an artist, like, they're going to be like, oh, but like, what's your plan B? There ain't no plan B, bro. This is all I got. This is music. And I'm going to make it work. So I just want to be a drive. And for me to do that, I have to do it myself. So that's what I'm working towards as we speak.
You're going to school for music and things like that?
Nah, but that's a consideration. I want to go to school for music engineering.
Word. All right. Well, I definitely see a good vibe about you and see that with that mindset that you got, I can see you going far, bro. Yo,
Appreciate
it was
that,
a pleasure meeting you, dog.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And
Appreciate
this
it.
is BUBBLIN, where we know what's about to pop. We're here with
TFE STELI.
Hey, yo, tell them where they can find you, dog.
Every platform.
Okay.
Anywhere. Any streaming platform. TFE STELI.
TFE STELI. Every single platform. Let's get it. BUBBLIN. I'm Swayze. We out.